Welcome to the Thank You Adversity podcast, where we explore the power of resilience, the beauty of growth, and the lessons learned from life's tough challenges. I'm your host, Tony Tofree, and my goal is to inspire, motivate, and provide hope for those who may be facing challenges, uncertainty, or adversity in their lives. We'll journey through inspiring stories of triumph over adversity as I interview people who can offer insights, encouragement, and practical wisdom to help you navigate through life's ups and downs. Join me as we uncover the silver linings behind every setback and discover gratitude in the face of adversity. Navigating through life's challenges can be tough, but remember, every hurdle is an opportunity for growth. Thank you, adversity. Hello, and welcome back to the Thank You Adversity podcast. Today, we're going to go over my top 3 ways to fight adversity. So let's jump right into it. The first thing we're going to focus on is the ability to have a positive mindset. We have to cultivate resilience by focusing on the solutions rather than dwelling on the actual problem. We have to train your mind to see these challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Hence why I named this podcast Thank You Adversity. So this can be challenging to implement in your life if you have yet to do so, and even more difficult for a pessimistic person. It's a complete mind change on how you look at life situations, good or bad, and a few ways you can help to do this is by focusing on gratitude and self-care. To have a positive mindset, you have to have gratitude. So the definition of gratitude is the quality of being thankful. What are you thankful for? Your family, your friends, your job, your car, your ability to take personal time for yourself to listen to a self-help podcast? Whatever it is, you have to focus on what you have rather than what you lack. This is an area in my life where, I'll be honest, I tend to struggle sometimes. What's next? I want more. I need more. I can do better. These are some of the things that fester in my mind when I'm not practicing gratitude or noticing all the blessings around me. It's even hard for me to say, but it's true. All that God has blessed me with, there's still times I compare myself to others and what others have and what I don't. It grounded me a bit when I received a Facebook message from an old friend I grew up with back in West St. Paul during my childhood. I hadn't spoke with this specific friend for obviously quite some time, and actually last time we spoke or hung out, I was still living my old life, drinking, partying, not making the best choices for my life. In his message, he went on to tell me how inspiring I am and how I have a nice house, I have a nice car, I have a good job, and he wishes he was in my position. And get me wrong, by no means, I don't have a lot of money. My wife and I, at the time, we just purchased our starter home. I was driving a 2009 Nissan Rogue and working in an entry-level position, my first job out of college, in which I was still there. But by no means did I ever really stop and think, wow, how awesome and how blessed I am to be driving a Nissan Rogue. Or, wow, we just purchased our dream home. That wasn't the truth for me, as I had friends who drove nicer cars, had nicer clothes, larger homes, spare money in their bank account. And it hit me when I was reading his message. It hit me. My definition of success manifested from what or how much I had, material things. And when someone else in my circle would purchase new things, I looked at my life and thought, why not me? I wish I had that house. I wish I had that car. Wish I had that job. So I can have these nice things too. Why do I have to drive a Nissan Rogue? Why can't I win the lottery so I can buy the things, do the things that I want to do? This thinking blocked my ability to have gratitude. And I was unable to focus on all the things that I had rather than festering about the things that I don't. It all came full circle. What I also realized is that at that time, I could have copied and pasted the same Facebook message from my childhood friend to someone else who I thought was living the life that I should have been living, or who had all the things that I thought I needed or wanted to have. And maybe, just maybe, who knows, just maybe that person who received my Facebook message could have copied and pasted those same words to someone else he or she thought was living the life that they should be. There are two takeaways here. We have to focus on what we have rather than what we lack. And number two, material things are material. They may make you feel good at the time, make you look pretty, increase your confidence, but there will always be something newer, something nicer, something more shiny, more expensive. So ask yourself, when are you going to be happy? What's going to make you truly happy? You buying that brand new BMW, Toyota Camry, whatever it is, it's going to get scratched. It's going to get old. Your kids are going to spill yogurt, chocolate milk all over the back seats. It's going to happen. And slowly over time, your care for that item is just going to decrease. So ask yourself, when are you going to be happy? So one way that I practice gratitude today is by taking the time to read spiritual, inspiring, and motivational quotes. A good example for me, I love coffee. I absolutely love coffee. And that actually reminds me of a story when my wife and I spent some time in Sumatra, Medan, and spent some time in the Sumatran jungle where we tried kopi luwak, which kopi luwak is a special type of coffee from the digestive system of a civet's wild tree cat. And what they do is they give these tree cats ripe coffee cherries. It goes through their digestive system, and this process actually gives the coffee a really smooth taste and just really enhances the flavor and a really sweet aroma. We tried it, of course, when in Rome. It was great. It was really good coffee. There wasn't anything that I said, oh my gosh, this is the best coffee that I've ever tasted. It was the experience, but it goes to show if we would try a coffee bean passed by a wild tree cat, you can tell I love my coffee. Therefore, I know every morning I will stand in front of my coffee maker, press the on button, and wait in anticipation for my coffee. As I smell the aroma of my fresh coffee, my brain is spiking with dopamine, letting me know that coffee is coming. And right here, I practice gratitude. A way I practice is that every morning I thank God for another opportunity of life. Thanking Him for another day in this world with my kids, with my wife, with my family, my friends, and another attempt to make a positive impact or to help someone in some way throughout my day. That's always my goal of a day. How can I help someone or something? And this really helps me appreciate the small things in life. But what it really does is it lets me reflect on all I have. Of course, we all should have goals and thrive to make improvements in every aspect of life. But sometimes we just need to stop and be thankful for what we have and where we are today. Whether it's where you want to be or not, life is tough. It is. Life is tough, and you have to give yourself a break at times and just be thankful. Have you in your home experienced storms that brought hail or heavy winds? Do you know what damage may exist to your home's exterior? Or maybe you are looking to upgrade your home's appearance and functionality with new siding or windows. Well, look no further than Preferred Contracting and Construction in Woodbury, Minnesota for your start-to-finish solution. Transform your house into the home of your dreams with an expert team of contractors. From roofs, siding, windows, and gutters to decks and patios, Preferred Contracting and Construction has you covered. Preferred Contracting and Construction replaced my roof, and it looks fantastic. Their attention to details and professionalism exceeded my expectations, and I couldn't be happier with the results. Experience the difference for yourself and trust the experts at Preferred Contracting and Construction to bring your vision to life. Contact Jake or Heather today for a consultation at 651-207-8266 or visit them online at mnpcc.com. That is mnpcc.com. A quick tip to increase your gratitude. I suggest keeping a journal to note things down that you are thinking about each day. And as you're doing this, you can make sure to give yourself positive affirmations as well. This will have a positive effect on your mood, your mindset, and your overall quality of life. I also mentioned self-care, which means taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental health, which ties into practicing gratitude as well. This can be accomplished by getting the proper amount of rest at night, eating healthy, exercising regularly, and doing the things that you love, doing things that make you happy. So ask yourself right now, when is the last time you did something that made you happy? Not your kids happy, which I know your happiness can stem from the happiness of your kids, but I'm talking specifically you. When is the last time you did something that made you happy? Not your spouse, not your mom, not your dad, not your coworkers, but you. Try to incorporate those things that make you happy and pair them with some of the healthy habits you seek to learn. This way, you're telling your brain to be more open about the new habit, as you more than likely will associate this task as being an enjoyable experience. The overall message is seeing the glass half full, but not stuffing your emotions to feel that way. And that leads me to my next tip on how to fight adversity. Seek support and openness. We have to surround ourselves with a supportive network of friends, family, mentors, healthcare professionals who can provide encouragement, advice, and assistance during tough times. So the overall message is to surround yourself with positivity. Spend some time with supportive and uplifting people and limit your exposure to negativity. If you have a friend who is always negative or stating that the glass is always half empty, tell them that their outlook on life just isn't good for you. You're seeking a positive form of support and being open and honest. Let them know that their negative thinking just doesn't help you. And 9 times out of 10, it's not even helping them, which providing this feedback may help them realize that they have a negative outlook on life. Again, you can seek support from your friends, your family, mentors, professionals, as I mentioned earlier. But one key support system that I recommend is spirituality and faith. I am a religious person, Christian-based faith. I believe in Jesus, and I have grown up in a church, I would say practically my whole life. I mention this because spirituality has played a significant role in my life, but whether your practice religion is Christianity or Catholicism, Judaism, Islam, Scientology, or all or none of the above, having a belief system plays an important role in one's faith. I say this in the sense of this is something that helps me, works for me, and something that I truly believe in. That's not going to be for everyone. Some get a sense of spirituality going for long walks through the woods, being outside, being in nature, reading, doing more holistic health type things. And if that works for you, then great. The thing is, having faith, a complete trust or confidence in something or someone to let you know you will be okay, to let you know your situation will be okay, it's gonna be significant, absolutely significant to beat adversity. I also talked about openness and making sure that you talk about your feelings is important. And feeling that you're being heard and understood is just as important as well. So when it comes to openness, I'm a strong supporter of counseling services from healthcare professionals and seeking out therapists for mental wellness, mental strength, stress relief, all of the above. This is something that has helped me significantly, not only with negative coping mechanisms, but also how to understand and how to talk about my feelings. A quick fact, 40% of American men were told as a child that men don't complain about health issues. When I read this statistic, it really hit home for me because this is one of the things from my father that I was told as a kid. You push through, fall down, scrape your knee, get back up. Don't cry. Men don't cry. You're soft if you share your feelings. But ask yourself, what happens to those unexpressed feelings? They decrease your self-esteem. They decrease your positivity, your mental well-being, and ultimately they lead to negative coping mechanisms. Alcohol, drugs, pornography, any unhealthy choice that can block those emotions, pain, hurt, and emptiness. These are the things that arise from holding in, from not being open, from not being honest. especially about ourselves. Therefore, having a support system, having friends, family, talking with a therapist, writing things down for yourself, but sharing them with others, being open, being honest is key to success. Which leads me to my third tip on how to fight adversity. Take action. Break down daunting challenges into smaller, manageable steps. And you can do this by taking consistent action towards your goals. You can regain a sense of control and momentum in every phase of adversity. Also, setting clear goals. Like in this sense, define what you want to achieve and make your goals specific, measurable, achievable, relatable, time-bound, the SMART goals. If you haven't ever heard of that, just Google SMART goals in that sense. Making a plan. You always want to make a plan, break down your goals into smaller actionable steps, as I mentioned. Create a roadmap or action plan outlining what needs to be done and when. Also prioritizing. Identify the most important tasks and focus on completing them first. So this is going to help you avoid feeling overwhelmed and just ensure you that you're making progress to your goal. And of course, anytime you're talking about progress, you have to talk about consistency, which in this sense, you have to commit to taking a regular, consistent action. Even small steps are fine, but being consistent can lead to significant progress over time. Adapt and learn. Be flexible and willing to adjust. Learn from both your successes and your setbacks in this sense, and use that knowledge to refine your actions moving forward. Staying motivated. Finding sources of inspiration, motivation to keep you going, whether it's visualizing your success, seeking support from others, or rewarding yourself when you reach milestones. These key items are going to help you push past adversity. And yes, there are a lot more. I mean, this list could probably go to 25, but these are my top 3 ways on how we can fight against adversity. I would like to thank you all for joining me today. Thanks again for listening to the Thank You Adversity podcast, and please share this podcast with friends, family, or anyone who can benefit from a self-help podcast. I also welcome you to review this podcast, and it'd be great to hear your thoughts on this episode, on what are some tips that you would add to this list, or maybe some things that you wouldn't add. You can email me at thankyouadversity@gmail.com. And no, navigating through life's challenges can be tough, but remember, every hurdle is an opportunity for growth. Thank you, adversity.